Shalom, Maki, I'm going to start. Only all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash. The honors to the apostles and elders, great millstone, Shalom to the Akim, teaching his word to the four corners, issue of sincerity. I'm back on another lesson through the spirit and prayer, Yahweh Shai, Lord, willingness, edifying. And basically what I want to go into is, Jeremiah 16 and 15. Okay, talking about, Jeremiah 16, 14. I was saying how the Lord's going to bring us out how he did in land of Egypt. Okay, but going for this deliverance is gonna be much greater, and then reading the scriptures, reading how it was back then, how they got delivered. Okay, Lord, one, this lesson is edifying and quick to the point, because that deliverance, it was a great deliverance, man. Talked about still to this day, how the Lord used Moses to deliver the children of Israel out of their captivity, out of their suffering, man. Okay. I'm going to start with Jeremiah 16 and 14. It says, "Therefore, behold, the days come, said the Lord Yahweh, that it shall no more be said, the Lord Yahweh liveth, that brought up the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt. But the Lord Yahweh liveth, that brought up the children of Israel from the land of the north, and from all the lands whither he had driven them, and will give them, and will bring them again into their own land that I gave them to their fathers." Right, and the scripture is going into, not saying we're not going to talk about the first Egypt, how we got delivered, but this one is gonna be so great. It's basically gonna overshadow, what the last one was, man. Because, the times that are coming, everybody see the angels. There was angels back then too. Everybody see the angels. Everybody see Michael. Everybody see Yahweh Shai. Okay, we about to see the fathership. Okay, all the hosts of heaven. I said Michael already. Esau trying to fight against Yahweh Shai, all these different things, and we're gonna see how great our deliverance is gonna be. Don't forget, talking about Esau is gonna come in like a flood, gonna try to use all his type of technology, nanotechnology, whatever the fuck he got, to try to take us down, and that's why it's gonna be so great. Okay, because the Lord is really about to show out, basically, man. Okay, in the times before, what he did, he kept sending those plagues to Egypt to basically show his power and how powerful he was, man. Okay, because that what the Lord was doing. Let me bring that up first. Exodus. I can get was it 10 for 10 chapter 10 and. It's 10 for 9. It's lucky. Yes, Exodus 9, start at 12. It says, "And the Lord Yahweh hardened the heart of Pharaoh, and he hearkened not unto them, as the Lord Yahweh has spoken unto Moses. And the Lord Yahweh said unto Moses, Rise up early in the morning, and stand before Pharaoh, and say unto him, Thus said the Lord Yahweh, God of the Hebrews, let my people go, that they may serve me. For at this time," basically the Lord talking to Moses, telling basically talking to Pharaoh, telling him that the Lord told us to let us go. It says, and the Lord basically was purposely hardening his heart, and it says for at this time, for I will at this time send all my plagues upon thine heart, and upon thy servants, and upon thy people, that thou mayest know that there is none like me in all the earth. And that's right. Okay, I'm gonna get another one in Exodus 14 and 3. It says, "For Pharaoh will say of the children of Israel, they are entangled in the land, the wilderness has shut them up, and I will harden Pharaoh's heart, that he shall follow after them, and I will be honored among Pharaoh and upon all his hosts, and that the Egyptians may know that I am the Lord Yahweh." And they did so. Right, so Lord basically showing his power unto Pharaoh, man. Okay, but it's gonna overshadow that. Okay, because that was great what the Lord did. Okay, the God of Israel, the God of the children of Israel that lived out of Egypt, how he destroyed the Egyptians. Okay, now, we're going to talk about in the kingdom like, damn, we got, the children of Israel that got delivered out of the land of the north. Okay, it was mighty, it was great. Okay, but I'm gonna get another verse in this chapter. Okay, basically explaining what happened. Exodus 14 instead of 19. It says, and the angel of the Most High, which went before the camp of Israel, moved and went behind them, and a pillar of the cloud went from before their face and stood behind them. And they came between the camp of the Egyptians. The angel was there, man. Okay, and the camp of Israel, and there was a cloud and darkness to them, but it gave light by night to these, so that the one came nor near the other all the night. And Moses stretched out his hand over the sea, and the Lord Yahweh caused the sea to go back by the strong east wind all that night, and made the sea dry land, and the waters were divided. And the children of Israel went into the midst of the sea upon the dry ground, and the waters were a wall unto them on the right hand and on their left. Right, okay. Basically they're about to pass through. Okay, it says, and the Egyptians pursued and went in after them to the midst of the sea, even all Pharaoh's houses, his chariots, and his horsemen. And it came to pass that in the morning watch, the Lord Yahweh looked unto the host of the Egyptians through the pillar of fire of the cloud, and troubled the host of the Egyptians. Okay, and it says, and took off their chariot wheels, that they drave them heavily, so that the Egyptians said, let us flee from the face of Israel, for Lord Yahweh fighting for them against the Egyptians. Right, and they're gonna know also in these times that the Lord is fighting, for the elect, man. Okay, the Lord, they're gonna see. It's lucky for the background, but they're gonna see that the Lord is fighting for His men. Okay, they're gonna see us eating. They're gonna see us having spiritual power. Okay, all these different things, man. Okay, and they're gonna know it's Yahweh Shem Shai, because we was out there preaching the word and telling them that we was doing all these things, man. Okay, it says, and the Lord Yahweh said unto Moses, stretch out thy hand over the sea, that the waters may come upon the Egyptians and upon their chariots and upon their horsemen. And Moses stretched forth his hand over the sea, and the sea returned to its strength. So the Lord gave, Moses power to for the waters to be basically divided. Okay, and for it to come upon the Egyptians, man. Okay, and it says that Moses stretched forth his hand over the sea, and the sea returned to its strength. And when the morning appeared, and the Egyptians fled against it, the Lord Yahweh overthrew the Egyptians in the midst of the sea. Right, man. Okay, so the Egyptians got destroyed, man. Okay, the Egyptians got destroyed. And it says, and the waters returned and covered the chariots and horsemen and all the hosts of Pharaoh that came into the sea after them. There remained not so much as one of them. So they got completely demolished, man. It was not one body left, man. It got completely destroyed. Okay, same thing with America. The Lord's not about to leave a trace, of this place, man. Okay, America's gonna get completely destroyed by the missiles, man. Okay, and before the missiles, we got the plagues coming. I said in Second Esdras. Okay, Second Esdras 15, and start at 7. It says, therefore said the Lord, I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness, which they profanely commit, neither will I suffer them in those things in which they wickedly exercise themselves. Right, it's talking about 2/3 of our own people. Okay, Lord will be like, yeah, I'm just gonna stop talking to them, because they always committing wickedness, always doing sin, and I want them to turn back to the Lord, man, willingly doing it. Okay, doing it every day, not trying to turn back to the Lord at all. Okay, it says, behold, the innocent righteous blood crying unto me, and the souls of the just complain continually. And that's right, man. We complaining, man. The scriptures say when the righteous are in authority, people rejoice. When the wicked bear rule, the people mourn. And we don't main ones mourning, man. The men of Yahweh Shem Shai. Okay, how they again was in Egypt, when they cried unto the Lord, what they said. Exodus 2 and I believe it's 3 and 9. Yeah, Exodus 3 and 7. It says, and it's a quick precept. It says, And Lord Yahweh said, I have surely seen the affliction of my people, which are in Egypt, and I've heard their cry by reason of their taskmasters, for I know their sorrows. And I am come down to deliver them out of the hand of the Egyptians, and to bring them up out of that land unto a good land and a large, unto a land flowing with milk and honey, unto a place of the Canaanites and the Hittites and the Amorites and the Perizzites and the Hivites and the Jebusites. Now therefore, behold, the cry of the children of Israel is come unto me, and I have also seen the oppression when the Egyptians are oppressed them, right? And that's another reason, going back to 2 Kings 15, that we complaining continually, because we're in oppression, man. Okay, we see how the way life is. We see how we getting treated. Okay, we at the bottom. So yeah, we gonna complain to the Lord and tell the Lord to, speed up the times, shorten the days before we can get out of here, man. Okay. Back in 2 Kings 15 and 9, it says, and therefore said the Lord, I will surely avenge them and receive unto me all the innocent, blood from among them, right? So same thing now. Okay, so the Lord is hearing us now, man. Praying unto him, man. Okay, calling on him, to shorten the days for the Lord to bring, mass judgment. Because, you skip up, it says in the 5th verse, but said the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. Not only is the Lord doing this, okay, because there's wickedness going on, but, his men, are praying unto him and calling on him, to deliver them, man, because that's what the Lord wants us to do. He wants us to pray unto him, to call upon him, man. Okay. 10 says, behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter. I will not suffer them not to dwell in the land of Egypt, but I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm, and smite Egypt with plagues as before, and I will destroy all the land thereof, right? So, that hand represents an extension. The Lord is going to, basically deliver us out of this place, man. Okay, with a mighty hand. Okay, you also read in Exodus, it says, okay, that the Lord basically delivers what I believe it says. If I could find it. In fact, I think it's in the same chapter. It's in the same chapter, Exodus 15. What is that? Start at 2. It says. Start at 1. It said, then sang Moses and the children of Israel this song unto the Lord Yahweh, and spake, saying, I will sing unto the Lord Yahweh, for he had triumphed gloriously. The horse and his rider he thrown into the sea, right? The song of Moses. Okay, it says, and the Lord Yahweh is my strength and song, and he is become my salvation. He is my power, and I will prepare him an habitation, my father's power, and I will exalt him. The Lord Yahweh is a man of war. The Lord Yahweh is his name. Pharaoh's chariots and his hosts had he cast into the sea. His chosen captains also are drowned in the Red Sea. The depths have covered them. They sink into the bottom of us as a stone. Thy right hand, O Lord Yahweh, is become glorious. In power, thy right hand, O Lord Yahweh, had dashed in pieces the enemy. Say, again, going into now, man, the Lord is going to basically deliver us, man. Okay, with his right hand. We got the left hand, we got the right hand. Okay, because, hey, this thing is spiritual. Okay, so left hand, right hand, it's a spiritual war. Okay, basically. Okay, and notice me is Yabashi Mashai controlling both sides, but at the end of the day, the right hand is gonna win. Okay, because that's righteousness, man. Who's on that side? The elect. Okay, but yeah, the Lord is gonna basically, send Yahweh Shai, the angel, the chariots, Michael. Okay, to come and deliver and help. The elect, man. Lord willing, hey, we part of the elect, man. Hey, we good. We got Yahweh Shai backing us up. Okay, we got the angels. We got, got all these things helping us, man. Okay, well, so when you read these different judgments that's coming in the scriptures, okay, they're to say the judgment of the wicked. Okay, if you've been, making yourself a daily living sacrifice for Yahweh Shai, doing what's basically commanded of you, you don't have nothing to worry about. Just believe. Okay, because that's what it's gonna come down to. Your faith. Okay, scripture say, okay, without faith is it impossible. Okay, so we need the faith. You've been doing what you had to. You've been doing the works, which is really showing your faith. Okay, but now it really comes down to, getting out of that spirit of worrying and doubting. Okay. I'm going to continue. It says, in fact, read 11 again. It says, "But I will bring them with a mighty hand, and a stretched out arm, and smite Egypt with plagues as before, and will destroy all the land thereof." It says, "Egypt shall mourn, and the foundation of it shall be smitten with the plague and punishment that Most High shall bring upon it." Right? And you're gonna know that is Yahweh Shem Shai, bringing these plagues and judgments to the world, man. Okay, and you're gonna know the Lord also helping, the elect, and is gonna be their time for the deliverance, man. Okay, let me get Isaiah 11 and 11. It says, "And it shall come to pass in that day, the Lord Yahweh shall set his hand again the second time to recover the remnant of his people, which shall be left from Assyria and from Egypt, and from Paros and from Cush, and from Elam and from Shinar, and from Hamath and from the islands of the sea. And he shall set up an ensign for the nations, and shall assemble the outcasts of Israel, and shall gather together the dispersed of Judah from the four corners of the earth." That's right. In the 11 verse, it says the second time. The first time was being in, Egypt, man. Okay, the second time they're going to be here in America. Okay. The Lord's going to deliver us. Okay, and don't forget, the elect spread through the four corners of the earth, because again, our people are, basically, our people basically scattered. Scripture say you are scattered. Okay. But we got, a beautiful and major deliverance coming, man. Okay, it says in 2 Ezra 9, well, in 2 Ezra 13, I believe, where it says, is it 20? Yeah, I believe it's 22nd Ezra 13 and 20. It says, "Yet it is easier for him that is in danger to come into these things than to pass away as a cloud out of the world, and not to see the things that happen in the last days." And he answered me and said, "That's right, because we got to see, you going through all that you're going through, especially in those times. Okay, you seen how the Lord delivering you and helping you in those times. It's gonna be beautiful, man. Okay, it's gonna be beautiful. Okay. I'm down to get 2 Ezra 9, where it says, start at 2 Ezra 9 and 8. It says, "Shall be preserved from the said perils, and shall see my salvation in my land, and within my borders, for I sanctified them for me from the beginning." And that's talking about the elect, man. Okay, but it says and shall see my salvation. Okay, those men that are still here, that get beamed up, that went through the Jacob trouble, that went through Esau trying to catch them. Okay, going through all that and seeing, all that happening, man, is gonna be basically, it's like you'll be in a movie scene, man. Especially if the Lord bless you with, spiritual power. Okay, it's gonna be amazing. That's why I say it's gonna be basically a greater deliverance, because you're gonna have different men have spiritual power. It's trying to come against you. You escaping out of this situation. Okay, you seeing your house shine, the angels and the chariots and all that, zapping people, killing people, but you good. And you just watching it, and you in a state of calmness. You happy. Matter of fact, giving praises, to Yahweh Shem Shai. Okay, the scriptures also tell you in Isaiah 66. Okay. 60. Slovakia. I skipped it. Isaiah 65 and start at 13. It says, "Therefore thus saith the Lord Yahweh, Behold, my servant shall eat, and ye shall be hungry. Behold, my servant shall drink, but ye shall be thirsty. Behold, my servant shall rejoice, but ye shall be ashamed. Behold, my servant shall sing for joy, but ye shall cry for sorrow of heart, and shall howl for vexation of spirit. All right, so yeah, you going through what you going through. You see all these people dying of famine and all these different things, but you happy, man. You happy the Lord feeding you, the happy, like the Lord is dealing with you, man. Okay, you know. So yeah, it's gonna be a beautiful time, you know, if the Lord really part of the elect. Okay, you going through that, you going through everything that you're going through unscathed because you kept the fear of the Lord and unto the end. Okay. Hey, but with that, Lord, when this lesson was edifying, I want to give all praises to Yahweh Bashim, Yahushai Bashim, Kakudash, the honors to the apostles and elders, great millstone, Shalom to the Akim, teaching his word through the four corners, and true sincerity. Keep pushing Akim in this out of Shalom.